Do it.
The Force will be with you always.
Hey man, y'all sure y'all don't want to like burn one first, man?
Why did you say that name?
You hear about
The chicken!
What is thy bidding, my master?
Ask God. Forever, forever, ever. Forever.
What it do? What up? What's good? We in here. It's Thursday. I know, impromptu, but hey, that's how we doing things now. It's your boy, Freddie Roy, with the boy, Lavis Blackman. It's the main authority, and it's Mortal Mother Kombat Man.
Ain't it?
Bruh,
Man.
have you seen it? What's up, Second Street? What's good, man? What's
What
good?
it is, man?
Bruh.
Hey.
What Ed Boon trying to do to me on Thursday? I wasn't ready for all this. I wasn't ready. I saw the original trailer. I was like, hey, let's go. I'm ready. I'm a whole new direction. But this gameplay, man. I said the gameplay, man.
Hey,
I don't
that's
even know.
where it's at. I don't even know. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and pop
We're
on.
gonna go on and pop it on. We're gonna just talk about it. Let's pop it on. Let's talk about it.
Hey, let's talk about it.
I mean, like just off rip. We ain't even gotten into the goods, but like first of all, one time for the homie Kung Lao, I was like, bruh, you really gonna do you gonna do the homie like that? Like, I'm already just feeling this from a cinematic perspective,
Right.
because like that's what always gets me with MK games, right? Like, especially the more recent ones, is kind of like the integration of the story and whatnot. Like that stuff right there, that's where it's at. And so it's like when I'm watching, I'm like, man, I really love the way they kind of like do the story and then kind of instantaneously put you into the gameplay. So like I'm already feeling that. Raz, I see you. Tex Vidger was good. We in here, you know. Quick little reaction to the MK gameplay trailer, man.
Hey,
Now I peeped this earlier, bro. And what's crazy is apparently in this story, bro. I don't know if you peeped this. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are brothers.
yeah, yeah,
Like what?
yeah.
Brothers? Like, let's go, man. Like, are you serious? Like this, I have a feeling this whole story is gonna go like it's just gonna be wild, bro. Like
Very different.
I even peeped like with Katana and Melina, how apparently the way they're gonna play it with Melina and her species is that it's a secret.
Right.
And that they're trying to hide the fact that she's half Tarkatan. And she's looking at Katana like, you just trying to take my spot. Now this kind of confused me because I'm thinking, is this Kenshi?
I could tell this was Kenshi. I know like Kenshi, Reiko. I couldn't tell, but it could possibly be Kenshi, and they just didn't make him blind.
Right. Well, see, I saw in one of the cameos though. I think I saw Blind Swordsman Kenshi, which Ed Boon did mention when he got on stage that a lot of the cameo characters are going to be just kind of like nods to the OG characters from like previous Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah,
So
facts.
you might very well see like the updated or the new Sub-Zero and then have classic Sub-Zero as your cameo partner or whatnot. So
Right.
it definitely could be something like that. But the other thing that confused me right here is this supposed to be Johnny Cage he's fighting?
Yes, totally.
Okay. So then does that mean that John Claude Van Damme is going to be Johnny Cage as the cameo version? Because they've confirmed that John Claude Van Damme is playing Johnny Cage in this movie. Or in this game, I'm sorry.
Right. You would think it's a movie because the way they
Right.
playing it up.
Exactly. Because I'm
it
like,
could
that
be,
ain't
it could be
John
a
Claude.
DLC or it could be an alternative skin that you could probably put on.
Yeah,
'cause
that's what I'm
pretty
thinking.
sure you could probably change up the way they look in the story as you get their costumes and stuff like that.
Right,
So,
right.
They probably did that because it's actually cheaper if you drop the trailer with
Yep.
with the stock characters than it is to try to pay
Oh yeah, then
for
try
Jean
and
Claude
plus
Van Damme's face to be all over the place.
then I'm
So
thinking too, they might have got John Claude at like 0 hour.
right.
And so they had the gameplay and stuff. So it worked out. But right here, classic Jacks right
Yep.
there, bro.
Yep.
I
That's
was
gotta be
like,
done.
let's get it.
Yeah, they
I'm
showed quite
already
a few.
seeing with this cameo shit, bro. The way you gonna be able to mix up combos in Mortal Kombat now, bro, is it's giving me Tekken vibes, like straight up. Not
Mm.
from not that the cameo aspect is Tekken, but so more so the juggle combinations
Yeah,
and
that right
being able
there.
to like sustain combos and really like do some damage. Like that's what I love about Tekken. And if they were introducing that element into Mortal Kombat in a more nuanced way, because they've had it before, but it's like trying to learn the Mortal Kombat juggle combinations, bro. Like
Yeah.
my dexterity ain't there no more, man.
Just
My
yeah.
hands.
Just the combos for MK period. Some of those are
Right.
pretty crazy. So look at that classic Sonya,
Yes, yes. And I love that nod, man. I
classic
love
Kano.
yes.
I saw
It's
that
just
and I was like, man,
all and it looks like the scenes, the backdrops look beautiful, man. Like everything looks dope. I'm feeling this new Raiden vibe where he's now like inside the Shaolin temple, like just
he's learning. Yeah,
yeah, bro.
yeah. They stepped him back because I
I
feel like
love
they
it.
knew what they did to him, the direction they took him in. He needed a complete reset.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of them did, man. By the
Yeah,
time you got to the end of it, I think they all needed a reset, man. And
yeah,
this is cool because it's not necessarily going totally against the grain. It's still keeping the characters in their essence, but really putting you in a different kind of perspective or a different situation from what we used to with
right.
these same characters. So that's dope. I'm loving that. What's good, Conch? I see you.
Yes,
Rogue
sir.
Soul popped up in here, man. You know what it is. Checking out this gameplay trailer real quick. Man, and can we just appreciate, like, the old head in me says this all the time, but can we just appreciate how far these graphics have come?
Right? No,
Like,
I definitely
do
am.
you remember the old mocap MK1 and how crazy we thought those graphics were because they were
Right,
actual live bodies? And
right.
it has evolved into like this whole man. This is like some different stuff. But I'm telling you right there, that hat spin, bro. I love how classic they kept that.
Yeah.
With a little aura around them, and like they really are paying attention to detail with this game, bro. It
Oh
is,
yeah.
I,
It's their
I
baby, man. By
yes,
now,
and this is what happens, corporate America. Let me help y'all out. When you have somebody that cares about your franchise and your IP like this is how you nail the nostalgia. You don't shove it down people's throats. Oh, you don't do that. You don't do it. It's got to be tasteful, and it's got to be in a way that invokes those original emotions. Come on, man. Like, oh,
man.
look, and MK is known for turning it up with the gore, man. But like
Right.
every time they drop a trailer, I'm like, I didn't think they could get any more nastier than the last one.
Right. And they find ways,
They
man. They
find
find so
ways to
many
do it,
ways.
man. Like they find ways to do it. Now, see, this is what I love right here. You take a
Yes.
classic fatality.
Yes.
Oh my god, and it's just like, ooh, wait.
Man.
This right here was like, what?
Right. It just peels his
Like,
face off.
oh,
Jeez. Yeah,
I
this
thought I
one
was
was
watching
pretty
Evil
tough
Dead
too.
again, bro. Shout out to everybody that was in the Discord for that Evil Dead nastiness.
Facts.
I know you're supposed to be on with Bashti later talking about that, huh?
Yeah. We're gonna be we're doing a little recording so she can post that
Yeah,
up. I'll let
that's
everybody
what's
know when
up.
that
That's
drops.
what's up.
Yes, sir.
This right here, though. Oh my god, this was my favorite fatality
Yes.
in the first one, and
Yeah, they put all the
you
detail
can
into that, dude.
feel that spine coming
Yes.
out, bro. Like,
Oh
let's
man.
go,
That is so
man.
crazy.
Daniel Fisher, what's good, man? What's good? September 19th, dog. Like,
I know. It's like, man. And then they always do this with Shang Tsung. Why? Why I gotta pre-order to get Shang Tsung?
you know how it go, man. They got to get you somehow. But I do like the fact that they give you access to the beta with it at least. At
Right.
least they doing that. At least they hooking you up with some beta access with the
Right. And I'm
pre.
wondering what kind of online access they're gonna have. And bigger than that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if any part of this story, even if they wind up like switching you through characters,
Yeah.
if it's got like a, I don't want to say open world, but like a, instead of you going from cutscene to fight, from cutscene to fight,
Yeah.
if you're gonna like be Lord Liu Kang and then walk around and then have to start stuff, and then that starts the cutscene, and you know what I'm saying, like more fluid
Yeah.
that way through some gameplay movement instead of, like I said, cutscene fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of gets a little old, but if they're gonna have a beta and everything
Yeah.
with it, they might be testing all that types of stuff out along with the online aspects. I'm curious what other things they're offering besides their storyline, because
Yeah.
all the other games since what Mortal Kombat like 8, they offer you more like online and unlockable stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how that's gonna go.
Yeah. I'm wondering about if we'll see the crypt. Like, will we get any crypt stuff in here? How will unlockables work? Definitely want to know about the online piece and if there's going to be anything, outside of your standard online lobbies and kind of how that's going to work, man. But I'm really interested. Like, I'm definitely trying to see what's up with the online piece, but I'm interested in just how deep this game is going to be from a single player experience. To be honest, like MK, like for me, the competitive game, fighting game for me has always been Tekken. Tekken is the one where I care about, like the online and how good are your servers and all of that kind of stuff because I play that for the competitive aspect. Mortal Kombat is just like the little fanboy in me that from 12 years old is still walked in the arcade and saw this game for the first time. When I
Right.
play this, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm chilling, I'm diving into the story, and then I'm going through every single fatality I can find because I want to see all them shits. So I'm
Right.
not. It's like
Exactly.
I want to see the online, but I'm like, is the story mode gonna be open? Is it gonna be a linear thing where you kind of have just these cutscenes, like you said? Will they go back to what they did with Deadly Alliance? Or Mortal Kombat Deception, where you were kind of free roaming and running around and interacting and whatnot, and then you would get put in these scenarios where you have to fight. What I was noticing with this, with kind of the cutscene with Kung Lao that they show at the beginning, is it looks like you in a kind of a cutscene that transitions right into the fight, which is something that they've been doing in the previous games. But I want to see if they kind of expand on that at all. Like, is there any type of like new boss up on that, or are we still gonna get the same thing with that? Because that's kind of an immersion thing for me from the story standpoint. It's like if it always ends up being cutscene fight, like you said, then it kind
Right.
of gets lame. But if you give me things to do and interact with, like areas to go explore, even if I'm not doing anything significant, but just maybe just uncovering more lore or things like that, unlockables, I'm cool with that. But it's just give me something that to do beyond, once I finish that main story campaign.
Right, right. Like, let me go around and possibly, do a post credit part of the game. I get to walk
Yes.
around and unlock little small Easter eggs that possibly allude to where the story's going. Something.
Right, right.
Give me a little some more at the end of that. But yeah, I'd like to. I don't care if they have cutscenes, but like I said, it's like let me initiate them. Let me be able to walk around and maybe talk to some characters lingering over here. I like stuff like
Mhm.
that. I don't
Yes.
mind doing stuff like that, or initiating things that unlock something before I go into the main story. And then once I get there, even if I'm not using the character that initiated it,
Mhm.
let me, go back to after that fight cutscene, and then I get to go control and then go to wherever the next part is or whatever the case. That's
Right,
kind of what I'm
right.
looking for because it's PS5. You got so much, there's a lot of space on these games.
Oh,
So
yeah.
use it. You know what I'm
Tons of
saying?
space.
Use it. It's double almost everything on the PS5
Hell yeah.
mapping. So man, if they don't, I don't know what they're doing with their life.
Hey, I no idea, man. No idea what they doing with their life. But no, you're absolutely right, man. Like you have so much space. You have so much opportunity to like really flesh this stuff out. Give it even if it's not immediate, right? Like I'm conditioned to it now. Like we are in the DLC phase of like video gaming. We know what it is now. You get the first initial offering, but the downloadable content is coming, so they're gonna try to tax you for even more money. We know what this is. Even if that's what it is, and it's kind of like episodic stuff that we get, I'm cool with that. Right now it's about longevity for me. Like I'm transitioning into this phase, man, where it's like not so much about how many games I get, throughout that particular gaming year cycle is what games I'm getting. So
Right.
I'm starting to get real picky about what titles I spend my money on, man. And so it's like
Exactly.
Mortal Kombat is gonna be a definite, but it might not be after this one if you turn around and it turns out to be a shallow offering. You know what I'm saying? It's like we
Right.
getting to that point. These games ain't cheap, man.
Nah, man. Not at all. I'm started over. Hold
Mm-mm. Daniel Fisher say $2K dollars. Nah, man, I already got the 2K account reserved, bro. That's over there. And yep. Mm-hmm. Food, water, shelter, 2K, sativa. You know how.
Well, 2K come before September. Jeez.
Oh, hey, hold on, man. Now look, because 2K allows me to procure more funds for sativa. Come on, you know how this works. You know how this works. This ain't no riddle.
I swear we gotta find that. But
We
yeah,
do.
man, I'm like I said, it's been a minute since I've been wanting to play a Mortal Kombat game. Like I got some of them. I've got the past couple of them because I
Yeah.
liked how they sort of rebooted it at that
Mm-hmm.
point because they was
Mm-hmm.
doing the Chrono Stone time stuff, and I think they were flirting with something like this
Yeah.
with that idea, and then now they finally fleshed it out through that. And yeah, so like seeing the gameplay, seeing the cameos, fighters, and just the fact that this is like a brand new story with very familiar characters, and they
Mm-hmm.
did it the right way. It's looking
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is the first Mortal Kombat game I've wanted for in a while. Like, it's not every day I'm like, yo, I might buy this as soon as it drops.
Word. Yeah. Yeah. That's a big thing for the homie to say that.
Yeah,
You talk about me getting frugal. My man came out the womb frugal. He said, I'm not giving you $0 unless you move me.
right. You're not getting
Yeah,
the
man.
$8
You got
at
to earn
all.
them $8, man. You got to earn them. The one thing that I think is interesting though, right? Is so we talking about the story and you talked about like in the soft reboot that they did originally. So this really is kind of a continuation. If you didn't like for those who didn't play the last one, essentially Chronica and Liu Kang had their showdown, and Liu Kang, Fire God Liu Kang, if you will, essentially got control of the timeline and restarted the universe. Now there were actually two endings to Mortal Kombat Aftermath because the other ending was Shang Tsung taking control of the universe and kind of reshaping it to his will. The
Right,
interesting thing that we've seen or we haven't seen so far is confirmation of we know Liu Kang's ending is canon because we see him in the trailer. But if Shang Tsung is popping back up, does that mean his ending was somewhat canon as well?
right,
I don't think so. I think what the because Ed Boon is known to like hit you with a secret. Like he's always trying to save the best for last. And as good as this gameplay footage has been, as dope as these first two trailers have been, I think the big holy shit moment is when we find out who the actual boss of this game is. Because I don't think it's Shang Tsung, especially
no,
with Shang Tsung being the first character they offer as DLC. That's kind of like sub boss type shit. That ain't main villain. Like you wouldn't have your main villain of the game as DLC. So that tells me that there's somebody we don't know about. And I think all of that is going to tie into what we are seeing with these cameo characters and whatnot. Because I don't think Liu Kang's timeline is as fluid and solid as we think it is.
right,
I think it's going to be some ish where Shang Tsung or somebody that's once again, Shang Tsung's boss
right.
is out here on some crazy stuff. And what I would really hope that it would be, and I know MK fans, I've been checking the streets with it, and everybody seemed to be on this, man. And I'm going on to say it too. Where's Dragon King at? Can we get Onaga back? Like I'm
Mm,
trying to see Onaga come back. When they dropped Onaga in Deadly Alliance, bro, when they teamed up when Shang Tsung teamed up with Quan Chi, and that whole thing. You had Dark Raiden and the Dragon King showed up and was like, "Nah, I need them Kamidogu, son." That
right,
was like that was to me the beginning of Mortal Kombat kind of finding its footing from a storytelling standpoint. I'm not saying that story was great because that led into Armageddon, which was weird as hell and
right,
led to the official kind of soft reboot of the timeline. But I think that was around the point where Ed Boon and the team started kind of figuring out, all right, we have some real juicy content here that we can start kind of building with all this lore we have. And I think that's where they started doing it. And so if they stay with that, and if Onaga comes back, hey man, then Ed Boon is really here for the people, man.
I was about
He
to say,
really, really here for the
that's been a
people,
minute. There ain't been no whisper word or nothing about
man. Mm-mm.
Onaga
And
in
that's why I feel like that
since
might be
when?
the way they go, is because you haven't heard shit about dude.
Right.
People been calling for Onaga to return, and you ain't heard nothing, bro. So I'm like, that would be smooth, because if not Onaga, I'm gonna tell you like who I don't want it to be. I bet not see Shao Kahn in this game, bro, other than a cameo character. I'm tired of seeing dude. Like, I don't mind Shang Tsung, because Shang Tsung is classic. Like him and Liu Kang, that's almost like Smith and Neo, right?
Right.
But nah, bro. I mean, if you and really Shang Tsung and Liu Kang is like the OG Smith and Neo. Hell, what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like
Exactly.
they've been going at it longer than the Matrix. So I'm like, hey, the OGs with it. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. Like, I just want to see the story and the villain kind of go in a direction. Because I feel like even if you bring Onaga back, right, it's the opportunity for them to tell that story in a way that really could just like shake stuff up and really have people really not knowing what to expect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then again, knowing Ed Boon, it could be something totally crazy, bro. Liu Kang could end up being the villain in this game.
Right. Could be like an alternate version of him. I mean,
Mhm.
but they did make it. They made Chronica, and
That's
she
what I'm
was
saying.
basically
Well,
a
see,
new character.
well,
So
and now he's basically got that same power. So it could be a situation where that power is just corrupting it can corrupt even a god.
right.
And Liu Kang and I won't let you disrupt my perfect timeline type ish.
Right.
Maybe Liu Kang's on his Kang the Conqueror, bro.
Liu Kang the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror. Damn, man, you never know, but it's very promising, the footage nonetheless. I am very satisfied. I was very satisfied with the release trailer that they dropped, the debut trailer, this gameplay trailer, man. It seems like there is a lot of depth to this gameplay. There's a lot of potential for some real good competition with this game, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely liking what I see. I don't know what to say, man. Can't wait. I'd really like. I don't want to wish September to hurry up and be here, but there's a lot of stuff popping off in September, man. September. Oh,
Man, the whole back half of this year, bro, I thought it was gonna be slow motion, and then I'm like, wait, we got this, we got
right.
that, we got
But
this,
you know
bro.
what we gonna be saying in September?
Go on,
Take my money.
all of it, all of it.
All of it. And I dare anybody say anything about how I'm spending my money. You know,
What you gonna tell him? What you gonna
I'm gonna
tell
tell him.
What
I'm
did
gonna be
you
like,
say, nigga?
him? Hey, well, look, I know the homie ain't here. Shout out to because I saw him in the chat,
yes,
but I'm
sir.
gonna steal one from him. Because if you're trying to come at me and I hear you speaking on how I'm spending my money, then I'm just telling you very simply,
My name out your fucking mouth.
just like that, bro. Like, hey, I ain't got time for it.
I got one a little better for you.
Tell him.
Cause we grown.
Mm-hmm.
And most people who gonna say something, I don't know them. So I'm just gonna be
Exactly.
I
like,
don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Perfect.
exactly what's gonna
Hey,
be.
I don't think there's any better way for us to ride out, man. I think we have covered every angle of this trailer and then some.
Yes, sir.
Final thoughts, though, before we dip out of here, man. What you think?
Final thoughts is, at least from the trailer standpoint, and everything they've been showing us, Ed Boon, you get total 2 thumbs up. You get at least a 9 out of 10 until I see the rest of the resume on this game. Then I'm probably
Mhm.
sure you'll get a 10 out of 10. And yet again, good job, man. Good job.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Hells to the yield.
Ed Boon, you have done it again.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Well, like we always say,
Yes, sir.
you ain't got to go home,
home.
but
But
you
you
got
got
to get
to get
the
the
hell up
up
out
out
of
of
here
here, man.
for the homie, Lavish Blackman. I am your boy, Freddie Roy, and we are the main authority. What do you think? Is it time?
Yeah, I'm really thinking
Time to go mobile. The force will be with you, always.
Hey man, y'all sure y'all don't want to like burn one first, man?
Why did you say that name?
How you hear about
The champion!
What is thy bidding, my master?
Ask God. Forever, forever, ever.